Hi everyone, Matt here with ABI Attachments. Welcome back to the ABI Dirt. We are out and about, as you can see today, and joining me today on the Dirt, I have got Tim Ritter. Tim is our Director of Marketing here at ABI Attachments, and we're out here on site with the entire marketing team. And Tim, what's going on? Why are we out here today?
So these are some of my favorite days at work. Every time our engineers come up with something new, invent something to help our customers get their work done, our team gets to come out and capture photos and videos of it and get to tell that story so that our customers can understand what we've created for them and can get their work done.
And you got two tools on site, right? The one behind us, we've got another one off camera here. What two tools are we working with today?
Yeah, so today we're working with the SR2, which we just recently released. And then we've also got the Mini SR, which they've developed a new option for, which are the hydraulic scarifiers. That's been a really popular feature on our SR3 line, and we've now added that to our Mini SR.
So if we've got the SR2 and the Mini SR, must be working on some kind of ground prep, seed prep, and so talk us through the whole context.
Yeah.
What's going on this property? What does the homeowner want? And how did we get to this point?
Sure. Yeah, so the previous homeowner had actually brought in an excavator and cleared out this area to bring the waterway up closer to the house.
Yeah.
The problem is he took all that material and he palleted it next to the waterway.
Oh,
so the current homeowner wanted to reclaim this area as lawn, and so he had a lot of material removed. Left some for us because that pile that the previous homeowner made actually caused a lot of drainage issues between the neighbor's property and the current property.
So if the primary issue then is drainage, what's the first step of the process we're taking today?
Yeah, so we're starting out clearing out debris and getting rid of some vegetation, getting in there with the scarifiers to rip up the compaction that's settled and get us some loose material that we can move to fill in those low spots.
When I heard the homeowner saying too that there's actually some kind of soft spots along the bank that he's not as worried about being heavily compacted, but then you also have some spots that do have fiercer compaction that those scarifiers are going to come in handy.
Yeah, so we're working with a little bit of challenge here with the waterway and the bank, and we got to be careful of that bank and pay attention to that. That's where the finesse and control that the SR line really gets us to be able to work around an obstacle like this and make sure that we protect that bank.
All right, so Tim, keeping the drainage issue in mind, right? We've got our clearing started. We've pulled out a lot of debris, pulled some pretty good sized chunks of roots back out of our way, as well as cleared up around the bank. Where are we going from here?
Yeah, so with the material loosened up, we can use the finish rake to move a lot of material to pull that into the low spots, fix the drainage issues, get the grade fixed. So that's what we're working on next. And
keeping an eye on that contour of the ground, right? So again, here in front of us, we still have a really beautiful lawn from the neighbor. We're trying to keep in mind how that water is coming out of that property as it joins into this one, so we can keep the contour, keeping the water moving the direction that we need it to.
That's right. Always the issue, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so Tim, it looks like the leveling has gone really well. We've got the contour picked out. So where are we at in the process?
Yep, so now that that's taken care of, we're preparing for seedbed, getting all of those clods broken up with that finishing rake, and getting a nice, smooth, buttery finish for the seed to settle into.
Well, it looks like we've got some decent soil here too. So yeah, so we've got some sandy loam soil here. So it looks like not a whole lot of clay clods that we have to work with, but still a couple of loamy clods here that finish rake can help us break up and leave a nice finish.
Yep. Yeah, excited to come back in a couple weeks and see how it's coming in.
And we'll see if the homeowner invites us back for a bonfire on the back 40 here. So I'm going to leave them to the work to finish things up around here. If you've got any projects on your list that involve this kind of dirt movement, adjusting kind of the level and the contour of the land a little bit to tackle some drainage issues like what this homeowner is working with, give our product specialist a call. That's why we're here, to help you think through the project and to possibly match you up with an attachment that could help you in that project. But until next time, everyone, thanks for joining us on site today.